Hyenas are one of the most recognizable and formidable animals living today. They are well known for their powerful jaws, intelligence, and social behavior. They are also well known for being the lion's worst enemy, although lions are probably more of a threat to themselves than hyenas are to them. Despite often being depicted as stupid laughing scavengers, hyenas are formidable, highly intelligent animals that in reality hunt more than they scavenge. In some areas, hyenas will even hunt more than lions do. I am mostly referring to the spotted hyena, since it's the largest and most well-known species of hyena. There are 3 other species of hyena, including the striped hyena, which survives in Africa and parts of Asia, the brown hyena, which is the rarest species, and the aardwolf, also known as the civet hyena, which is the smallest and most unique hyena species, mainly feeding on termites. It is also very cute and adorable. The striped hyena and brown hyena are mostly solitary, but they will sometimes form small packs to take down large prey. Despite their dog-like appearance, hyenas are actually more related to cats, and they are members of the subgroup known as feliforms. Canines belong to the subgroup known as caniforms, being more closely related to bears, raccoons, weasels, and pinnipeds than they are to hyenas. Their dog-like traits are a result of convergent evolution. All these animals belong to the order known as carnivore. The hyena family was far more diverse during prehistoric times. This family first evolved during the Miocene, around 22 million years ago. During these times, many different genera and species evolved, with many of them sadly going extinct. Perhaps the largest and most terrifying of these was Dinocrocuta, also known as the terrible hyena. It was so terrible that if it were alive today, lions probably wouldn't even exist, let alone be the apex predator of the African savanna. I will explain why later on. Dinocrocuta existed during the late Miocene, from 11.6 to 5.3 million years ago. This genus was widespread, living across Africa and Eurasia. This animal had a monstrous-looking skull and teeth compared to living hyenas, and its bite force probably exceeded them as well, being able to pulverize bone as well as cut through flesh. 4 species of Dinocrocuta are known, with the largest and most widespread being Dinocrocuta giganteus. This species reached a shoulder height of a meter, or 3.3 feet. Its skull measured up to 40 centimeters, or 16 inches, and was massive compared to the rest of its body. In terms of weight, it was originally stated to have weighed up to 380 kilograms, or 840 pounds, being similar in weight to a large tiger. However, a more recent study suggested that it weighed a maximum of 200 kilograms, or 440 pounds, being similar in size and weight to a male lion. This still makes it the largest hyena species that ever lived. The other species of Dinocrocuta were smaller, but still larger than modern hyenas. There was a debate whether this animal was a true hyena or not. Dinocrocuta was originally placed in the extinct family Percrocutidae, a family of carnivorans that closely resembled hyenas. More recent studies, however, now suggest that this family is now just a subfamily within Hyenidae, the family that includes true hyenas. This means that Dinocrocuta was a hyena after all, although still very different to its living counterparts. Another extinct genus, known as Pachycrocuta, also known as the short-faced hyena, was a close relative of Dinocrocuta. It was also much larger than living hyenas, weighing up to 150 kilograms or 300 pounds, and reached a shoulder height of 1 meter. Although still massive, it was not quite as big as Dinocrocuta. Dinocrocuta was not only massive, but was also heavily built, being built more like a bear than a typical hyena. It was an exceptionally powerful and adaptable predator, capable of preying on animals much larger than itself, such as primitive giraffes, rhinos, and occasionally proboscideans, the order that includes elephants and their relatives. It is currently unknown if Dinocrocuta was a solitary or social animal. This animal was already terrifying on its own, so imagine this thing hunting in clans, like spotted hyenas today. It was probably a hunter of herbivores such as the tusked rhino Caulifarium. Despite its great size, this extinct rhino would have been vulnerable to predation by Dinocrocuta, especially young individuals or a pregnant female giving birth. A skull and jaw from a female Chyloptherium bears distinctive bite marks on the forehead from a Dinocrocuta's teeth, indicating that the rhino was part of its diet. The regrowth of bone on the rhino's injuries suggests that it survived the attack and healed over time. Throughout its range, Dinocrocuta coexisted with large numbers of carnivores. This included saber-toothed cats, such as Machairodus and Amphimachairodus, with the largest members of these genera being comparable to the biggest lions and tigers. Other carnivores include the cat-like Barbarophelid Albanus malus, and bears of the genus Agriotherium. Additional carnivores included mustelids, skunks, and other hyena species. It is believed that the Machairodont cat, Amphimachairodus, would have been major competition for Dinocrocuta, as both were among the apex predators of their range. Dinocrocuta likely preferred habitats similar to hyenas today. These would have likely consisted of open woodland, grasslands, and subtropical habitats. As mentioned before, this genus was very widespread, living in most of Eurasia and some parts of Africa. The largest species, D. gigantea, ranged from central China to Spain, and other areas such as Mongolia, India, Pakistan, Iran, Turkey, Bulgaria, and Greece. The species, D. algeriensis, managed to make its way into North Africa. In the Hejiang basin of China, Dinocrocuta was the dominant carnivore during the early Miocene, from around 11 to 7 million years ago. Following its extinction, it was replaced by the smaller hyena, Crocuta, and the saber-toothed cat, Amphimachairodus. Dinocrocuta as a genus went extinct by 5.3 million years ago, towards the end of the late Miocene. The exact cause of its extinction is not known. It was likely the same old factors such as climate change, habitat loss, and competition with more advanced carnivores. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and learned something new today. Like and subscribe if you want to see more. Stay blessed, and I'll see you soon.